Most people think a fakie is defined by landing on your pushing leg. Makes sense, right? Except a lache can land the exact same way. So, what's the difference? Almost all fakies can be lached, but not all laches can be fakie. So, what's the point of learning how to fakie? If you ever paid attention to a lache tutorial, you'll notice that the handhold is super far out and there's a lot of space between the climber and the wall. But what happens when the handhold is not protruding out enough and there isn't enough space for your hips to move freely? Of course you could force a lache, but why not try something else? Here's how to do it. In order to do a proper fakie, number one is the swing and generation. One common mistake I see some climbers do when they're doing a fakie is that they are pulling way too much. So they're like this. You cannot generate much momentum when you're super close to the wall. And number two, you actually want a bit more space so that you can be more free with your hips. When you're stepping, try not to tiptoe and don't plant your feet fully. Stay somewhere in the middle so that it's comfortable for you to move left and right. Just go back and forth like this. For me, I tend to do fakies or I tend to create the swing like this. I'm moving my hips left to right, and as I move back, I tend to create this chicken wing with my leg. And this is how I create my swing. So it looks like this when I'm on the wall. Try not to be too heavy with your stepping and don't slam yourself into the hole. And most importantly, don't push yourself out when you're doing the swing. It should just be a gentle left and right swing, not stabbing the foothold and pushing yourself out. So the first step is to just push out. So after you get that push, for me, I like to swing my other leg back a lot and then create the arc with my leg. So it's like this. I push, and then my left leg will create the arc, like a roundhouse kick. So if you combine all of that, you'll get this. Left, right, I'm gonna create the arc. Yeah. For those that started doing fakies, your fakies may not look as exaggerated as mine, and it's okay. Your fakies will look kind of like this. There will be not much push and a lot more left and right motion. And although it's not wrong, as you do harder and harder fakies, this push actually gives you more control and makes you look a lot more stylish. Lastly, it's the release. This was the hardest part about a fakie and it really frustrated me back then because I kept slamming myself into the wall. Here, I'm gonna demonstrate what it looks like to release wrongly. When I release, I'm looking down and I'm actually initiating the momentum with my left leg. The reason why this is bad is because by creating the arc with my left leg, I'm actually gonna slam myself into the wall if I don't release on time. So, on my next attempt, I really focus on looking in the direction that I want to go, locking my arms and shoulders so that it forms almost like a rectangle and trying to land on my pushing leg. You can see how much of a difference that really makes. For those that want a textbook example of when I release, I usually release when I land on my pushing leg. Around here. So, after this tutorial, you should be able to do a fakie. But let's take a look at some of my friends. Even when they have their basics down, there's still something missing. And this is where the triangle comes into play. Specifically, thinking about toppling the triangle can help you unlock the fakie. So whenever I do fakies now, and especially when it's very big, I think about a triangle. Imagine that this is a triangle falling down. I think about toppling the triangle. So when I land on this foothold, I really push my body this way. The fakie is a very unique move, in a sense that one of my tips may resonate with you more than the other. For this guy, thinking about toppling the triangle really unlocked the move, whereas for the girls, I'm sure having a better swing and looking at where they were landing really helped them unlock the fakie. Nice. Earlier on in part 1, I mentioned how a triangle helped me beat my coach, and it's true. I challenged my coach to a fakie backwards clap battle and this happened. I managed to beat my coach, and it didn't matter that Gerald didn't warm up at all, because a win is a win. I recommend watching part 1 of my video so that the next part makes sense. So, after some tips from my future self, I could fakie again. I redid the fakie as slowly as I could to prove to myself that I understood. With newfound confidence, I tried this, and it seems like I need another tutorial. After a short 7-11 break, I tried a very physical boulder that was very my style. Most of these holds were very slopey pockets, and it was a power endurance rock which I really loved. The crux of this boulder was going from these two pockets to a slopey handhold. I tried my hardest knowing that I won't visit again, and I managed to send this boulder. This concludes my trip to these two gyms, and to end this video, here is a one flow cordy.
Like and subscribe.
Okay, so after you get the first step down, this is where the biggest problem actually lies. Bro has no problem. open your legs, open your legs. Open more. Yeah, so straighten. So you should be landing like that. Now that you have learned how to fakey, never stop faking. Always do a fakey on every single move you can and irritate every single setter that wants to set non-fakey moves. Additionally, if my video was confusing, please watch Coach Matt and Monkey See Monkey Woo to better understand how to do a fakey. Thanks for watching.